So in this video today, I'm going to show you how to line the bag that I've made on a previous video. And I'm going to show you in a way that the only sewing that you need to do is to tack it along the very top edge. So all the seams inside will be done with wonderweb. So it's magic stuff that you just put between the seam and you iron it and it seals it together. So if you haven't got a sewing machine, this is something you can still do. So obviously we've got the bag that we've made previously, some pins, scissors. This is just a piece of lining material that I found laying around. It doesn't have to be anything special. It could be an old piece of clothing that you no longer want, as long as it fits the bag. So as you can see, I've already pre-cut this one and it's more than enough. Bearing in mind, you will have to allow for seams that you're going to be ironing in, but you do want this piece of cloth to be larger than the bag, because once it's inside it does need to squash against the sides with whatever you're putting in it. So we'll get started. Okay, we're going to start with one of the side seams here. So this is the inside of your material. When you eventually see it, it'll be turned inside out. So what we need to do is we are going to place our wonderweb just on the inside. So we want to start at the bottom, work our way up, like so. And then this just rips, we can rip the end off. We need to do that to the other side as well, down here. And then I'm going to meet you at the ironing board. So I've got my iron already hot. As you can see, just under this first layer, we have our wonderweb. Just try not to let any of it poke out, otherwise it will stick to your iron. And place everything like so. And we're just going to run a hot iron with a bit of steam down the sides. That is activating the wonderweb, making the glue stick both sides together. So that's the first one. Click that out the way. We just pop the wonderweb in the other side. Bit easier to do it on the ironing board than it was back on the table. So again, we're just placing it inside. Work your way along. Break it off. And we're just pushing it to the edge there. As long as it's in a straight line, because this piece here will be the outer seam on your bag. And it's as simple as that. Put the iron back along it, activating all that glue. And that should be it. So when you open up your bag, this is your seam. It is very strong. If you're at all worried and aren't happy with just leaving it like that, and you haven't got a sewing machine, you could run a few tacks down, but there really is no need. It is strong. So we have the lining so far. We need to tidy up this top edge now. So again, I'm going to fold it back down the sides here. And again, you're not going to be seeing this piece because that is going to be inside the bag. This is your liner, so you're putting things in here. And the same way as you've just done the sides, we're going to go along the top with this one. Place it underneath. You can do it in sections. And when you're happy with how it's going, you just iron it in place. Work your way around to the next bit. And with this iron-on wonderweb, it's what we use for turning up trousers, just basically sticking material together. We get it in our, what we call the pound store over here in the UK. It's probably the cheapest place you'll find it. So as you can see, that's all stuck all the way around. Now when you turn it in the right way, we have the top edge of your bag, and here is your lining. Already done. Let's just pull these corners out, make it look a bit better, and I'll go and show you how we attach it to the bag. So we have our bag back in place. This is our liner already done, but obviously we want this to be on the inside of the bag, so it does at this moment need to go inside out, because that's the bit you want to see when you open your bag. So the tatty side, as you would put it, on the outside. We're going to feed that into our bag. So when you open it up now, it looks much nicer, neat, and we've just made a liner without having to get the sewing machine out. So what you want to do is you want to get your side seams, you can feel for them where we stuck them, and push them right to each edge. And then we are going to pin it in place. Now, I want my liner to start a bit lower down. So I kind of want it about here, so I can see some of the stitches before we get to the liner. And we're just going to pin it in place. So I've probably got 4 stitches showing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop a pin in. And we're going to do that all the way around. So we're going to bring this one down slightly. Doesn't have to be exact at this point, because as you're going to be tacking it around, you can move it if you feel that it's not in line. I'll just put one more in by this handle. So that is our bag fully lined, and all I'm going to do now is just do some hidden stitches around the top, and there's plenty of room inside. So let's get our needle. Now I've got a collar thread that matches my liner, and I've popped a knot in the end, and I'm going to start behind one of these handles. So I'm going to thread behind where you can't see it and come up, and then I'm literally just going to tack through. Try not to go too near the edge, otherwise it might fray, depends on what material you're using. And then I put them quite close together, but when I go back down the other side and pull up the next bit, I do my longest length behind so it's not seen. So we're going to get a long stitch behind and a very small one at the front. So you're going to go down probably about 2-3 millimeters next to what you've already done, feed it through the back, do a nice long stitch behind and put it through. So they're going to be quite unnoticeable when you've finished. So long bit through the back, make sure you catch some of the wool, but you don't want to go all the way through. You don't want it showing on the other side of your handle. And as you go, if you're not happy with the height, you just adjust it as you go, like so. Again, we're going to go fairly close, just nick behind, but come up with a long gap behind. You could, if you wanted to, use the wonderweb behind, but I don't think it would be as strong as tacking it, especially as this is the opening of the bag. It gets a lot of wear putting things in and out. Or you could wonderweb it first and then go over with your stitches. Like so. So if you want to carry on all the way round, I'll meet you at the other side. Now I've gone all the way round. I've just done my last stitch. So I'm going to pop it back through and I'm going to hide it behind this handle here. So we're going to weave it in and out where you can't see it. And then for my last couple, I'm just going to go back through the loop to make a slight knot. And then feed it through. That is it. Cut off our ends. These are the ones I use for cutting my material, not ideal. And there we have our lined bag. So now if you turn it inside out, you can see you've got the nice edge at the bottom. Nothing's going to come through. There's plenty of room in there for you to pack the bag with extra things, and it will have enough give in it without ruining your lovely granny squares. So, like I say, if you don't want to tack around the top, you could add some wonderweb on the inside and iron gently onto it. Maybe put a cloth on it because you're going onto the wall. And that should be sufficient. So, hope you like the video. And I'll see you on the next one. Maybe like, subscribe. Thank you.